I always tell the guys, like, take a dance class.
Yeah.
Do it. Like, you're going to have fantastic calves. There's going to be a lot of club opportunities. There's going to be so many, like, things that you could do.
Like, you will have the time of your life here. I almost guarantee it.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Tour the Nest podcast. My name's Hunter, and I'm here with
Sydney, and I am a journalism and broadcasting major and also dance major. And I'm an RA. I am an admissions ambassador, which is like a fancy term for tour guide.
Yep.
And then I'm also, what's that other thing I do? I'm in a play.
You Are in a Play.
Yeah, it's called Sweat.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I was born in Rochester, but I just grew up in Churchville and Chi-Li, 20 minutes away from here.
Cool. So yeah. I know when you came to Brockport, you weren't a journalism and broadcasting major. So you switched your major. What was your major before?
So on my application, I came in as a criminal justice major.
Okay.
Yeah. I, during quarantine, happened to have been watching a lot of Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
And I convinced myself that I would be Spencer Reed and become a profiler. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that.
So you came in as a criminal justice major.
Just because of the show.
Literally
because of the show. I was like, I could see myself getting on a jet and flying to random countries and saving people from serial. It was for the show.
Okay.
So,
all right. And then you got here and then realized you didn't want to be a criminal justice major.
Honestly, before I got here, like
really?
after filling it out, my mom was like, when I told her, she was like, why'd you do that? Yeah. I was like, I've been watching this show. So yeah, then I came and became undeclared. Okay, and then you eventually found your way to journalism and broadcasting, and then you picked up a dance. Actually, in reverse. So at first I was taking a ballet class, and the class was just for everybody, just one of those classes that, it could be any level. You could be, dancing for years, or you could be a beginner. And I took that. And I really liked it. That's cool. Now, how long have you been dancing for? I started dancing when I was 7 years old. A little dance school called Little Red. My mom met one of her coworkers, knew this lady who had a dance company, but was like starting a section for kids. Okay. So I was learning like ballet and contemporary and modern, and that was all new to me. So I loved it there. Yeah. So you were talking about dance classes. You took a ballet class here. Mm-hmm. Even if you're not a dance major, are you able to take dance classes here at Brockport? Yeah. So, there's classes you could like be a part of. There's a fantastic dancer. She's a nursing major. Oh, okay. And just an example, like I know people who are like nursing majors and other stuff, and they're like doing African and Sankofa or like that class that I had taken because since it's a liberal arts school, so you're required to take some kind of art class. Mm-hmm. You could take like an acting class or a dance class. And like I was undeclared at the time. I just happened to have decided to take a dance class. Yeah. And I always tell this on my tours. I always tell the guys, like, take a dance class. Yeah. Do it. Like, you're going to have fantastic calves if you do. There was this one guy, he was only one guy in the class, and he was on the lacrosse team. And like, it was a challenge for him, but he was doing it. Yeah. Like, it's a workout. Yeah. It's worth it. It's a good workout. Like, don't think, oh boy, I'm the only guy. No, it's chill. Like, it's not like an embarrassing thing at all. Yeah. But besides ballet, like I said, you could take like African and Sankofa, or sometimes we offer hip hop. So you could take that too. I just took hip hop last semester, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. That was, oh my gosh, that class was so fun. My favorite class of last semester, for sure. One of my favorite classes. You switching your major, now you're journalism and broadcasting and dance. What do you want to do after college with those? So, oh boy, I was really struggling to figure out that. Yeah. I guess with journalism, I could see myself being a news anchor and like a correspondent. Thank you. And correspondent. And then for dance, it's just, I've always loved it. Yeah. But I'm the type of person where I could see myself being a chef. And I mean, I'm in a play. I've always wanted to act. I want to do 1,000 things. I want to be an entrepreneur. I have too many interests. So it's like, I don't know. That's why I like having 2 majors, because you have
a little bit of option to go different ways, which is cool. That's cool. Yeah, no. So as a fine arts school, like Sydney said, you have to fulfill like your fine arts credits. And so that's music. You can take dance classes, like she said, you can take theater classes, any of those fine arts. So my freshman year, I took beginner's piano. It was a great class. It was pretty easy because I took music classes in high school as well. So, all the fine arts credits that you need to graduate from Brockport, they're all fun. I know people love the improv classes here at Brockport.
So there was people who like probably danced all their life. And then there's people who have never danced a day in their life. So like, don't be scared to register in those classes.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about where we're filming the podcast right now?
Oh,
and kind of talk a little bit more about like the theaters or studios.
So we're currently in studio number 229. There's 5 dance studios in this area. As dance majors, we are allowed to just like rent out space. So like, say we just feel like we need to work on something, or say we're creating some kind of dance, come up here and just do whatever.
Practice and all that stuff.
So it's really convenient. Like there's no, like you don't have to worry about like, oh man, like I'm going to be stuck in my dorm. I can't. No.
Practice, right?
Come on in here. Perfect. And like use any one of them.
You came in as criminal justice and then you're like, I don't really want to do this. Were you scared to switch your major? Because a lot of freshmen come in, they either come in undecided and don't know what they want to do, which is perfectly fine, or they come in into a major that they might not enjoy and they're too scared to switch. So were you scared when you wanted to switch your major?
You don't have to worry about that yet. Like you're in your first semester. Take those basic gen eds for whatever possible major you could end up majoring in. So I wasn't worried. But when I tell you, when I first got here, I had no idea.
Right.
Because like I said, like I have too many interests. At some point, I was considering maybe being a chef. I used to like the Food Channel a lot.
Okay.
Food Network. So I had no clue what I was going to do. And I did not expect to by the end of that semester end up majoring in dance. But I was like, it's okay, because I can take those classes that I'm just going to need, like those general courses. So I wasn't worried.
Yeah. And that's a tough thing to decide when you're, a senior in high school. What you want to study and potentially do for the rest of your life is really scary, because you have to kind of make that decision as you go to college.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people end up switching their major. But I will say the gen ed or the general education classes that you get put in, you're usually your first year. If you're undecided or don't know what you want to do, they do a very good job at trying to get you into all the places, so that you kind of see like, oh, I might be interested in this, I might be interested in that. So that's a good point that you brought up, is that's what they do here, is they try to get you into all the classes. So, but freshmen get up here 3-4 days before the rest of the students get up to college. When you were up here for, those 2-3 days before classes actually started, what was that like?
I was scared.
Yeah.
I was scared. And I just remember before I knew it, like my mom was gone, and I don't know. I don't think I really processed. I mean, she's just 20 minutes away. Right. I see her all the time.
Well, that's a big change for students, is, finally being out on your own and not having your parents there 24/7 to, look after you.
Right. Then it was like, oh my gosh, I'm free.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling me, not in a bad way, like, love you, Mom, but like, I'm telling me what to do. So that was really cool. What I was surprised to see is people, they just start talking to you. Yeah. Like, people just come up to you and talk. I'm not used to this. You know everybody in high school, know everybody, when people are meeting each other, they just do it. Yeah. So my shy self I talked back, of course. I'm polite and nice and stuff, but I was like, what? Like, people just talk to you? Yeah. So yeah.
And you found that like surprising that other college students want to kind of like engage, make friends. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the one cool thing, is that you'd be surprised how many, like Sydney said, how many people actually want to engage with other students. So if that's something you're scared about, like not being able to make friends when you come to college, there's always going to be other people who want to make friends as well. There's going to be people who want to, push the conversation, start the conversation. You might even be that person. So what do you like to do on campus, like all the events Brockport Student Government puts on, or other, organizations on campus? What do you like to do?
So like OSAD and CSA, like they put on like parties on campus, and those are a lot of fun. They'll do like some kind of event. So like they just had Carnival, and that's like, how do I describe it? In the Caribbean, that's a whole thing that goes on. But But yeah, they put on a bunch of different events. Like they'll do some kind of dinner, like maybe a Black History Month dinner or just anything, any kind of like random event, like, or say they'll do some kind of pageant. I don't know. Yeah. And then they'll normally like have an after party after, which is always a lot of fun.
So one thing you did mention in like the introduction is that you're part of a play on campus. Mm-hmm. You want to talk more about that and kind of like how you got interested in, you know, being in the play, what the play's about, if you can talk about it, your characters, stuff like that. If people are curious about the plays on campus.
Cool. Yeah. So how I got interested, I said this before, like I have a lot of interests. Yeah. And that includes acting and theater. And I've just never done it before. And I saw it online. Somebody had posted it or whatever. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to try out for this. Mm-hmm. So I'm still shocked that I got the role. Yeah. Because like, keep in mind, I've never like acted a day in my life. So I'm a complete beginner. Yeah. So it's cool. It's like, I wanted to take some kind of acting class. And this is above and beyond to actually be in a play. So it's super exciting.
You don't have to be a theater major.
No, you don't.
To be in the plays at Brockport.
I'm a dance major and a journalism major, and I am cool. I spent a bunch of time in the Tower of Fine Arts.
That's cool. So what's the play?
So the play's called Sweat by Len Nottage. Okay. And the time goes back from 2000 to 2008. The play has about 9 characters or 8. Okay. And you're just seeing our lives. We're factory workers, a lot of us. Cool. And there's a little drama and
always
probably some twists and turns. Yeah.
So you're involved with a lot on campus, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
So how do you balance that? How do you manage, you know, doing all these things, schoolwork, your free time, stuff like that? How do you balance that?
If I'm being real honest, I think what this semester has taught me is that there's going to be a lot of club opportunities. There's going to be so many like things that you could do. Yeah. It's going to be this and you're going to want to say yes, but make sure that you balance it and actually look at this and ask yourself, am I doing too much? Because I think I let myself do too much this semester. Yeah.
You thought this semester, since you've been involved with so much, that you might want to take a step back next semester?
Like I, of course, still want to do stuff. Like I'm still going to be an ambassador.
Still want to be involved on campus, but you just don't want to be involved
because there's so many things that you could do. There's so many different things. Yeah. So like, you don't have to do everything.
Right.
There's more semesters.
Yeah.
So that's what I've really learned this semester.
And so you said calendars, notes. Is there any other kind of like thing that you've done? Writing things down.
Oh my gosh. Freshman year, this was like amazing for me. I don't do it as much now, but I have a whiteboard. I have 2 whiteboards and I love like colors. So I have a bunch of different colors and like I would write stuff down. Like I have this due, I have that due. So I definitely recommend doing that.
All right. And so now we're going to go on to our second segment of the podcast called Dip the Chip.
Whoa. How did this get here?
No idea, but now we're at our next segment. So Dip the Chip. You know how it works. Got these chips. You wanted sour cream and onion.
Yes,
Lay's preferably. Now what you're going to do is you're going to spin the wheel. Whatever it lands on, you're going to dip the chip in.
No.
Do you like mayo?
I don't dislike it. I need a thin layer of it on my sandwich. That's it. But to actually dip a chip in it and it's starting to look crust, I'm not looking for.
All right, so I get to tell you when to stop.
What?
Yes. That should be fine. You haven't even tried it yet.
It's a texture thing.
You got it. Right? That's fine. All right, I'll let it slide with that.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Not the nose plug. Oh my God.
Well, that's disgusting.
Yeah. How would you? What would you rate it 1 through 10? Oh my God.
The texture and the taste. No.
Dang.
That was scary. You need to get something disgusting too.
We'll see.
How do you do with jalapenos?
I'm not a big heat guy. I don't eat a lot of spicy things, so this will be interesting. Oh, this is going to be bad.
Wait. Why don't you grab another one?
No.
What? He's like, no.
No.
Oh, you poor thing.
Like, it tastes like green beans, like first off, like the texture of green beans. And like now the heat's starting to come. Ooh, yeah. All right, let's clean this up. Okay, so you're a sophomore here.
Yes.
You're a freshman RA.
I am.
What is some advice you would give to freshmen?
Go to programs. Yeah. Go to the programs because there's a lot of fun things to do. And I read in an email that like over maybe 500 programs have gone on so far this semester, something like that. So take advantage of those because they're there for you. Put yourself out there. Yeah. Talk to people. Yeah. Do it. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there because some moments may not go that well, but then others may go super well. And then you have a friend that you're going to know for years.
What are some things since you've been at Brockport that you've learned as like life lessons and stuff like that? What have you learned since you've been at Brockport?
It's okay to mess up. Yeah. It's really okay. Like things happen. And there's going to be next semester to make your changes. And like this time period is all about growing up. Mistakes happen. Yeah. Things will get better. We're learning. And that's, I think, the biggest life lesson that I've gotten here.
That's good. So we'll just end off on like a fun little question. Every time you walked into a room, let's say you had a theme song. All right. So you walked into this room here and you could have any song be played when you walk into a room. Do you know what song it would be?
Oh my gosh. What's that? I don't know the name of it, but it's like it's the song. It's in a lot of movies, like "Kiss Me." Do 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 do.
I don't know. Do you guys know that song? With you.
Do 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 do. I don't know what this. You guys know? You've never heard that song?
No.
It's just I think that's like that song has been used in a lot of like 2000s movies. I think so.
So you just have the do 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 song.
Yes, some people might. If you might know that song. So Hunter.
Oh, the interview's being taken over.
If you could, would you swap places with Shrek for a year if you could get $1 million from it?
Honestly, to be Shrek, absolutely. I mean, Buddy just hangs out with the donkey, hangs out with the gingerbread man, hangs out with, the cat. He ended up with a Fiona. Okay. So, I mean, can't complain.
Find it.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you, Sydney, for coming on the podcast. It's been a blast. And we'll see ya.